auditors jump over the fence, and they're miles and miles from any common sense. You just remember what your fish pal said. Boy, you've got a creator in me. Yeah, you've got a creator in me. I've got a sub in you. You've got a creator in me. You want vids, I'll make them too. There isn't any guy I wouldn't debunk for you. We stick together and see it through, 'cause you've got a creator in me. Frauditeurs are much dumber than the common man, smaller and weaker too. Maybe, I hope one day they'll see some sense. Really, I do. It's down to me and you. And as time goes by, our efforts will never die. No matter how hard Patty tries, you've got a creator in me. Yeah, you've got a creator in me.
Right. Here we are at long last on this bright and early morning here in South Oz. And, well, good morning to my Aussie people. And good evening to my friends in the United States. And I suppose good afternoon to the people in between. Oh, so we got 25 people with us so far. Whew. I wish my Twitch streams were this popular. Well, the support already is blowing my mind. Speaking of support, I'm going to get this little brief thing out the way. I'm just going to drop a link in chat in a moment. Oh, there we are. If you people want to support me financially, and be sure that 100% of it, less PayPal fees, gets to me, follow that link, and it should be fairly evident on how you proceed from there. There's even a section to send tips monthly. So if you want to support me monthly, like a YouTube membership, but not have YouTube take, I think it's 30%, you can go ahead and do that, and to the amount of your choice. And of course, I do have a bunch of merch available as well. Alright, so that's the money pleading out the way. Well, hello, all you wonderful 27 people. It shouldn't be broken. That... Alright, yes, I do want to leave YouTube. It works for me just fine. I don't know what to say, Kick. And speaking of Kick and Proud, congratulations on a very nice collab you guys did. That was really good. I enjoyed watching it. Alright, so all that aside, let's get going with the our main feature. Yeah, Jennifer, if you wouldn't mind, if you're going to contribute to me, going through the link I sent in earlier, and going through that, so I've got all the records in one place. Otherwise, I have to go digging through 50 million different things when tax time rolls around. Well, there is an alternate link I can give, but I'll have to look for that. So we'll get around to that. Yes, I have indicated that my Twitch streams are intended for mature audiences. There is occasional bursts of foul language there. All right, so let's get going. Yeah, YouTube and Twitch are different sites. I just dropped that link in so anyone who wanted to contribute financially have an easy place to go. Anyway, here we are, everyone. So, as you may recall, recently we did a couple of videos on an Aussie subset by the name of Frank Vasquez. A rather eloquent fellow with a very high-pitched voice when he gets angry. All right. So here we are with a clip from the fellow security camera, from what I believe to be a different angle on the second video I did on him. So here we go. If this is indeed the clip, an alternative angle from the second video I did on this guy, I wonder why the police was so calm and nice to him about it, but you'll see why shortly. Here we go. There's no police officer trying to stop him, and casually drives in.
You want to trespass on my property? Stand in front of my car like a fucking goon?
Trying to stop you, friend. You just tried to run a cop over, you idiot. Of course, red goes faster, hey? I think the fella must have a bit of money. Looks like a fairly nice neighborhood. Car's not too bad. And a decent little security system. Yeah, definitely. Assault on a police officer? At least.
Let's fast forward it a bit.
Yes, please do, Frank. You know what? I'll just make it a bit faster myself. Here we go. Another angle. Look, he's frauded paperwork on the windshield being completely ignored.
Handed in my paperwork.
which has been completely ignored. Now they have their chat to giggle at you. In hello, 35 viewers. Woo!
Fast forward it a bit more.
The good thing about this angle is
More policy
we'll
enforcers.
get to see him being dragged out of his car.
Faggots and Sergeant.
Was that what he just said? I completely missed that. Just go back a bit. Ugh.
More policy enforcers.
The policy enforcers.
Faggots and Sergeant.
Oh, that's not nice.
I wasn't going to open the doors, but I should have clicked twice. I didn't lock all the other doors. They opened it and they opened. They laughed their head off.
I'm going to pause here briefly to answer Paracord Princess. I suppose technically, yes. Yeah, you'd be technically supporting a gaming channel, not necessarily this channel. The thing is, through that link, you can be sure that less the minimal PayPal fees, I get everything you decide to send, and YouTube doesn't take an absurd 30%. Yeah, that's basically it. So, sure, you might be supporting my gaming channel sort of officially, but when it boils down to it, really, you're supporting me. So, either way, really. It's just through this link, like I said, I get 100%. As opposed to 70%. Oh, that was a bit.
Slow it down a bit.
But yes. I wish you would slow your arrest down.
Chosen one.
And as the policeman getting the mobile phone, and boom. Isn't he a handsome fella? And give YouTube, I'd be happy to give YouTube a cut. You know, they're the ones who spent the money on creating, YouTube. He wouldn't let you give a one-time donation? That's odd. Yes, and keeping all my books in one place is also very handy. And there we are. Frank Vasquez getting arrested.
And that's the end of it.
Yes, it is. That's the end of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of good old Frankie here? Yeah, and Scriptcat, if you can tell me what sort of error message you're getting, I might be able to help. Oh, sad face, Miss Mandy. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So what do we think of our friend Frankie? Oh dear. My general opinion, he's kind of... yeah, that's a good way to put it. The polite way to put it. A nut job, yes. Yeah. Hmm. Uh, have you? I can only suggest to perhaps type. Uh, Maybe you're not typing in a username in the box or something. Uh, uh, let's have a look. Ugh. There we go. All right. So, eh, Frank Vasquez. Yeah, you've got to type a name and an amount, basically. Well, Paracord, that's easy. I know it's always going to be my YouTube. Yes, I've, it's always going to be YouTube. Yeah, so you have to put in a username and amount, and then you'll get options to do that, and you can hit the donate button after that. You wish there was audio? What am I missing? Not yet at a big country. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I call myself Donald Trump in the username box. Uh, that's a that's not really the issue. The point is you have to put something in there, and you have to type in an amount, and boom. Yeah, it might be the color scheme. If it's that bad, I'll have the color scheme on the buttons change. So, thank you. On the cam footage, yeah, that would have been nice. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's move on now to perhaps a not so fun part, but here we go. Um, so there we are. The apology video I made recently. So we're just going to go through some comments as I find them. Yes, Julie Copanda. I didn't know how to respond to the video, so I didn't. I'm glad you cleared out why you put the video up. I too work with people who have challenges and was a little confused myself. But everybody makes mistakes, but not everybody corrects them. Yeah, I I work in aged care, and so boom, there you go. I see everything, and I see the early signs and the late signs as well, and all the after effects. Um, Yes, as far as the video we're talking about here goes, I really should have known better. And she resisted and was combative, made ridiculous comments, and resisted, and was arrested for shoplifting. That's what I saw. You did nothing wrong. Love your calm voice and style. Please continue making videos. Um, I'll just make a note to look after the stream. Simon Mitchener. Um, what username did you use the on the site? So just so I know who to look out for. If something goes wrong, I don't want you to try 50 times and end up killing me 50 times. Yeah, appreciate your comments. It's that so much of a police officer's time is spent helping or dealing with those who suffer mental illness. Having had a brother with these struggles showed me firsthand how often police resources were needed to respond to his behaviours. I must say that as they got to know him, they were more than patient and empathetic. He surely tried their patience many times. They were just doing their job, a difficult one at that. Sadly, they were needed when he was out of control. I still don't know how to help these troubled folks, so often it falls to law enforcement. Often it's impossible to tell if someone is sick or just a really lousy person. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. It was just. It's hard to describe, but I saw something about that woman, and yeah. Well, that might be it, Simon. um. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, the fact that it can be hard to distinguish between someone who has genuine mental issues and your average frauditor, etc., says more about them than anyone else. Very, very true. I also want to thank everyone for you know, being so kind to me in the comments. I apologize I didn't respond to a lot of them like I normally do. I just, yeah, uh, I was too busy feeling sorry for myself. Hmm. Yes, binary tools. Oh, yes, I've roasted myself. Oh dear, think I found the one. Oh, don't apologize for showing the abhorrent behavior of that crazy woman, using mental health as an excuse to get away with that behavior is bull manure. I mean, sure. No. I mean, the whole thing about mental illness is you can't help yourself. You just do it. It's just unfortunate. Even in the modern world, we've got a better understanding of these things, but we just don't use that understanding. Ah, yes, and Miss Mandy. My friend, we all see what we want to see. Yeah, that was basically the gist. Yeah. I couldn't see the forest for the trees. Yeah, I saw someone who fitted all the check boxes, and boom. Dude. Yeah. Alright, well, that's enough of that misery. Let us go now to some further misery. I once had a patient who came up with his cane and acted boldly. No one in the chart did it say he was demented, but I quickly figured it out. He ended up pulling the fire alarm. It got fun. Oh dear. That sounds like fun. And now, a further reminder why we should. Oops, no, not that. Why we should ignore at least one frauditor. Unless you really want to support someone like this.
And that breaking news involves the arrest of a Houston area man known for making YouTube videos criticizing police. Late this afternoon, Earl Worden was taken into custody by McAllen police after being charged with sexual assault of a child. These allegations date back to 2002. New evidence was obtained by Deer Park police that led to the new charge. Over the years, Worden has appeared in dozens of YouTube videos criticizing law enforcement and challenging the legal limits of where people are allowed to record videos and take photos. Worden is already a convicted sex offender. It is not clear why he was in McAllen. He will eventually be brought back to Harris County to face a judge on this new charge.
Oh, there we go. Just thought I'd bring that one up. Yes. So it's another reason why we probably safe in ignoring the intellectual powerhouse that is that gentleman. And now we shall enjoy a Sovsit classic. Absolute classic. I was going to have a separate video on this, but I think with everyone's company, we can enjoy this wonderful, wonderful moment. Yeah, I couldn't believe someone could do that, Jennifer, but there you go.
And I'd just like to know where your warrant is.
It's clearly posted on the entrance building.
What? Clearly posted that I have to forfeit my right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure?
Coming into this building.
Yeah, every person is. I'm not a person. I'm a man. I'm
not a person, I'm a man. Yeah, let's just get past that one.
I'm not subject to your jurisdiction, and the court has already confirmed that. I'm here for one purpose. All right.
You can submit or you can leave.
Well, I'll allow you to search, but I mean.
That has to go through the X-ray machine if you want to come in this building.
What does?
That folder.
That's fine. I mean, I'll do that, but you will be charged a bill. You will be served a bill.
Send me a bill.
All right, send me a bill. Love it. Love it. the cool, calm methodology of our friend and neighbor, P. Barnes.
All right, can I have your name for the record, please?
And when you come through here, you will be patted down.
Will you state your name for the record, please?
Pete Barnes.
Pete Barnes, thank you.
Yes.
And you accept full commercial liability?
No, I accept nothing.
All right, well,
If you want to come in, you know the ground rules, that's it. Otherwise, you're staying right there.
well, you guys can search it, but you're going to be billed for it.
And you will be searched.
That's fine, I don't have any weapons.
Okay.
I didn't come here to raise a ruckus, but I did come here to exercise my rights and to make sure that the court does not try to impose anything that I don't consent to.
I wonder. I like that kick. I'm a man. Citation
I don't
needed.
think that's going to work.
Everything has to go through the machine, I'm sorry.
All right, well, if it...
Put it in a bucket. Put it in a bucket.
You can put it in a briefcase.
Well, I'll put it in the bucket.
It's because he's a man, not a person. That's the reason. Oh,
Cameras in the courtroom.
Excuse me?
There are no cameras in the courtroom.
Yeah, there is.
No, you have to put that away.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I mean, technically he's correct. There are no cameras in the courtroom. Yeah, there is. I mean, give the kid his credit. He is technically correct. There is a camera in the courtroom. But the point is, of course, it's not supposed to be there, huh?
Under what authority?
You have to have a court order from a judge before you can have a camera in the courtroom.
Okay, well, I'm going to capture
No, you can't.
this on video.
You got to turn it off.
It's for both of our protection.
Well, you have to turn it off.
No, thank you.
Then you have to leave the courtroom.
No, thank you.
This is your notice, so you need to keep this.
I mean, if you're not afraid of doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't be afraid of being videotaped, right?
No, it's that you can't have. You have to submit.
Yeah, but that's an administrative order. I'm not subject to that. That's for persons.
Yeah,
He's a person. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's not a person. I'm sorry. I lose the thread of these people from time to time.
I'm not a person. And you have no authority to
Are you here for
tell
8
me.
a.m.s or
For what?
what time's your court?
8 o'clock.
Okay, that's a friend. Shut the camera off now.
No, thank you. I do not consent to you touching me or seizing my property, so you need to...
Yeah, script. This is the, it is this video, except this is the only time I've seen it all together in one sort of place.
Back
The
up.
camera off now.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
holding you accountable because you're about to overstep your bounds. That's what you're about to do. And I'm giving you... No, thank you.
Step
I will say
outside
right
now.
here, if you have anything to say to me, say it for the
Step
public
outside
record.
now.
No, thank you.
We're not going to disturb the court. Step outside.
I'm not disturbing the court. You are.
102. He's refusing to leave the courtroom.
Professional camera work here.
I walked on.
Good night.
Well done.
I'm not like everybody else here. I'm not a person. I'm a man, so I have rights that you cannot violate without, legal repercussions or lawful repercussions. This has to be treated
102. He's
as if I have
refusing to
rights.
leave the courtroom and refusing to shut the camera off at this time.
You want me to show you the piece of paper where the court agrees that I can capture on video?
We're going to need you to step out, sir.
Now, everyone has to leave because of this one jerk.
Well, looks like he's leaving right now.
Yeah, I'm going with everybody else, so I've got witnesses. Where are we going now? Howdy. Authority that they do not have.
In case they do something.
Yeah, by the way, the guy in the teal shirt, he's up here.
Permission from the court. We will tase him if he doesn't meet court.
Yeah, because I'm posing a threat. Tase me, you're going to get sued.
Good luck with that. Foreshadowing.
Plus, it's not like I haven't been tased before.
What's your first and last name?
I don't have a last name.
You don't have a last name?
No.
And what's your first name?
I don't have a first name either. I've got a name. My name is Robert. You can call me Robert.
Oh, wow.
I'm not a person. See, you deal here with Admiralty Maritime Jurisdiction, which deals with persons, which I am not.
What are you? Are you human?
I'm a man.
You're human?
I'm a man, yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
You're not a U.S. citizen?
I was not born in Washington, D.C., or any territory of the under federal jurisdiction, so no, I'm not a U.S.
Were
citizen.
you born in the United States of America and any of the states?
I was born in America. Yes, I'm a state citizen of one of the several states.
There's more than 7.
One of the several?
Oh boy.
Idaho?
That logic.
Idaho? Can I see your Idaho state license?
No, I don't have one.
Newsflash, last time I
person
checked,
does, but I
Idaho was
don't.
in the US.
And I don't wish to create joinder with you.
Alright. And if you want to just...
Can I get your name, please? E. Smith, thank you. Are you a bailiff or are you a prosecutor? Oh, you're probably a bailiff. You got the air thing in, huh?
I know. It's not big.
Personally, I'm surprised they let cameras get this close to courtrooms, really.
Not starting up yet, but you can have a seat on the bench here.
But that's just me.
I'm gonna go in and speak with the prosecutor. Excuse me.
Camera.
Excuse me.
Oh, here we
Blocking
go.
my freedom of movement.
I am.
All right. Well, P. Barnes, you just admitted to me that you're violating my rights.
No, I'm not. You can't come in with the camera.
Well, you're violating my rights. And this is also freedom of the press.
From behind you.
This is also freedom of the press. I mean, I don't know what the hell law book you're reading, man, but it doesn't apply to me.
You leave the camera with your mother outside the courtroom and you can come in.
You are not God. You have no jurisdiction over me.
God's not worried about cameras, sir. I am.
All right. Well, why are you worried about cameras? Because you want to do something
Against the
wrong?
rules.
Because you want to do something wrong? Because if it's against the rules, that means it's because somebody intends on wronging somebody else. Because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Well, I mean, I don't have to go in because you can't even issue a warrant for me.
Might as well leave.
Well, no, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to speak with the
You
prosecutor.
can go in there without the camera.
Well, please step aside. I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using... Stop, please. I'm not doing anything wrong. Hey, you know what? You guys are really overstepping your bounds right now.
Put the cuffs on him.
Put the cuffs on. What are you arresting me for?
There we are. The complete saga of a man, quote unquote, meeting P. Barnes. Maybe my only issue with P. Barnes was maybe not waiting more than a couple seconds for the fellow to do what he asked, but I suppose I only saw 8.5 minutes. Who knows how long they've been dealing with the idiot. Boom. Zap. Well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Yeah, was as good as a certain popular 3-letter word, Mike Engels. One allows cell phones, one does not. That's interesting. Well, I suppose that broadens out to cameras in general, not just smartphones. Hey, special appearance, Mr. Sparky. Oh, I don't know, lady. Are you still here? Am I still here? Are we all still here? All right, we're going. Ooh, well, Simon, if you've got the opportunity at all to send me links where there's further background, I'd love to take a look. Uh, there's my business email somewhere in the channel details, so that would be really handy. All right, so now we move on to a news article from my own native land, WA. That's Western Australia, not Washington, for my state's viewers. West Australian magistrate convicts 18-year-old sovereign citizen after she refuses to tell the court her name. Ah, fair enough. So there she is, the woman believed to be Phoebe Bennett. Yes, because she wouldn't confirm her name. But we shall see as we carry on. An 18-year-old sovereign citizen has been convicted for speeding in her absence, quote unquote, after she refused to confirm her name in a bizarre West Australian court appearance today. Oh, and the date of this article, the 21st of April of this year, so it's pretty hot off the presses. Yeah, Perth, Western Australia, yes. That's true. Phoebe Lee Bennett was ordered to appear at Busselton Magistrates Court today after reportedly refusing to recognise the legitimacy of the charge. Love these people. Sovereign citizens are understood to be part of an informal movement who believe laws only apply to them if they agree to them. Well, I suppose, technically correct. It's more. They think you have to have a contract to accept everything. In court today, Miss Bennett made statements about rebutting the presumptions of the court, but refused to confirm her name. The magistrate, Linda Keane, warned Miss Bennett that she would be deemed absent if she did not comply, and that the matter could proceed without her. I don't want to deny you speaking in court, Miss Bennett, if that is indeed your name, Magistrate Keane said. But you have to confirm your identity. Look how proud she is. It's our Phoebe standing outside the court. Oh dear. They'll Simon. Yeah, it means they're going to continue the case in her absence. It's not speeding in her absence, but I think you know that. Oh dear. Miss Bennett repeatedly said, "We object," as prosecutor Carl Repp read out the allegation that she had been clocking speed in her Holden Astra at 127 kilometers per hour in a 110 kilometer per hour zone. And now for my compatriots in the United States, 127 kilometers per hour is roughly almost 80 miles an hour. and 110 kilometers is roughly 70 miles. So she was doing it 80 and 70 for you people. Miss Bennett then attempted to read a statement about international conventions, which totally apply in Australian law, but was ushered out of court. Let the record show you will not accept evidence, Miss Bennett said. Outside court, Miss Bennett read a prepared statement in which she thanked her attorney, apparently a citizen of New Westralia, for his assistance. New Westralia is a fringe group that attempted to take over the York courthouse last year in an apparent bid for secession. Hey. I wish to thank the court for their understanding, Miss Bennett said. I also wish to thank my attorney, William Atherton, from New Westralia, for his guidance and support. There seems to be a lot to be done to ensure proper justice is available in these courts, and today may bring the start of that accountability. No warnings were issued by the magistrate, and Miss Bennett did not say whether she would actually pay the $200 fine. I suppose we'll have a follow-up article in the near future. Shreya's cat struck again. Ah, good lord. By who this time? It's going to get to the point where frauditors are going to end up shooting themselves in the foot. Hey. I mean, YouTube might have a really good hard look at Schrodinger's channel and decide, yep, you know what, this is fair use, and slap him with the sort of protection that, oh god, what's his face? The fellow who runs the Jim Sterling. Basically, you basically can't file a DMCA on Jim Sterling. You have to serve YouTube formally in the courts to get a video removed, and not just a DMCA because they are that certain of Jim Sterling. Hey. The poster 7, yeah. Do we know who struck him down? Yeah, people keep filming you. Anyway. Anyway. Boom. I think, oh, go away. I think we shall review some top sovereign citizen moments in court.
We're in Placerville, California, for the arraignment of 39-year-old. We're in Placerville, California.
Okay,
for the arraignment
YouTube.
of 39-year-old Asher Edwards.
Hello, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir.
Edwards' demeanor may seem pleasant, but just a few days earlier, his alleged behavior was anything but.
Oh dear.
He was charged with making terrorist threats, assault with a deadly weapon, and obstructing peace officers after a domestic disturbance escalated into a 2-day police standoff.
Holy shit.
Mr.
That's
Edwards,
serious.
This is the time and place set for your arraignment. Do you consent to have an arraignment by video conference?
Sir, is this an Maritime Admiralty Law courtroom that we're processing me through?
No, it's not.
Edwards considers himself a sovereign citizen who lives as a free man, as they like to say, under common law as established by the Founding Fathers. Maritime Admiralty Law that he's referencing is the law of the sea and international commerce, a body of law that sovereign citizens believe to be the foundation of the country's modern legal system, which they reject.
This is not a Maritime Admiralty Law courtroom. I believe so.
No.
Absolutely, it is. All courtrooms in this country are Maritime Admiralty Law courtrooms that process people, aren't they?
No.
No, sir.
That's false information. Well, either way, this courtroom is trying to process me as state property. You see this fictitious name statement? Asher Edwards, spelled in all capital letters? This is not my name.
Edwards
Because
is referring
capital
to
letters means
another
anything,
sovereign
ever.
belief that beginning at birth, one is issued a government identity, meaning one's name is spelled in all capital letters, such as on a birth certificate or social security card, and that doesn't represent one's true or free self.
This name was issued to me without my consent, and you cannot legally process me through this courtroom with this without this name in all capital letters that was issued without my consent. My name is spelled Asher Edwards, first capital, all lowercase, Edwards, first capital, all lowercase, and this is the birth name given to me by my parents, protected by the Constitution of the United States.
Even as Edwards grows louder and more animated, the judge appears to take it all in stride and even allows the defendant to finish his rant.
Therefore, it is illegal for you to process me through this courtroom, so you guys have to figure out something else to do with me.
But this judge is all business, so figuring out something else to do with Edwards is not in his plans.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Will show time is not waived. We'll set this matter for pre-preliminary hearing within the statutory period.
I like this judge. Just let him talk.
And I would like to see the gun. It said I had a gun. I've never had a gun.
As Edwards continues his rant about the alleged gun, the judge reaches for his own weapon of choice, the mute button.
Shut up.
Do not speak while I am speaking, sir.
Edwards continues to plead his case, but to no avail.
Court will set bail in the amount of $72,500.
Wow. That's a hefty amount.
Asher Edwards would later be found
Wow.
guilty of all the charges and sentenced to 1 year in prison. Next, we go to a bond hearing in Broward County. Judge John Hurley presiding.
John Hurley.
The defendant is David Hall, a sovereign citizen who basically believes that certain laws don't apply to him.
Mr. Hall has declined the services of the public defender, Your Honor.
Hall is here for driving under the influence and driving with a suspended license.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Good morning, Judge.
As soon as the judge attempts to read the charges, Hall begins interrupting.
Sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today,
Well,
sir.
I'm not asking you yet. Just give me a moment, all right? I need to look at your record.
Turns out Hall is currently out on bond for 2 previous charges of driving with a suspended license. But that's not going to stop him from trying to make
Hey,
his
Julie.
case.
Sir, today
Welcome.
I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
Okay. Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you and David Hall one and the same person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person, I am a private individual.
Hall's legalese is unconventional, to say the
Is
least.
Hurley trying to cover up a laugh there?
May I
I
say
wonder.
something else for the record, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
I appear here today as the settler, agent, not the person. but the individual.
But you see, a kryptonite frauditors are never wrong. It's everyone else who is. So that's why they post them.
I don't think I should. You understand the difference between a person and an individual.
Agent, and you're the individual, but you're not the person. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
I'm going to write that down.
Judge Hurley is unfazed by Hall's attempt at a Jedi mind trick and begins to turn the tables.
Here's what we're going to do. The settler, the agent, the individual, and maybe even the person, David Hall, has been charged with DUI. So today, the court's going to set the settler, the agent, the individual's bond, and even the person's bond.
The guy up the front here can't look at him anymore.
The settler, the agent, the individual, and the person continues to drive without a driver's license.
Hall's new bond is $10,000, but because this charge is a violation of his original bond, all versions of David Hall must remain in jail unless he can come up with
All versions of David Hall. Love it.
The settler, the agent, the individual, and even the person, David Hall, not to be able to be released from the Broward County Jail until further notice of the court. So,
may I post bond, sir?
Now it's Judge Hurley's turn to have some fun.
Well,
is there any other?
Are you asking me as the settler, the agent, the individual, or are you asking me as the person?
Sir, I'm asking, as the individual appearing before you today, the opportunity...
Who are you speaking on behalf of right now?
Sir, I don't understand that question. I believe that you're trying to confuse me now. I'm not the person, sir.
Okay,
I am not
the person,
person.
David Hall. Tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right? Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Come on. Down the middle. Let's roll.
Well done,
Next, we're
Hurley.
at the Cheshire County Courthouse in Keene,
Well
New
done.
Hampshire. Court is currently in recess, but there is trouble brewing in the gallery.
Your choice is take the hat off or step outside.
The judge asked this man, Bo Davis, to remove his hat or leave. Otherwise, he could be charged with contempt of court. But Davis refuses.
So I have force threatened upon me if I were to wear a hat.
I mean, I get this man's sort of initial attitude. I mean, come on, man. I'm just wearing a cap. Honestly. I mean, it is a little bit dumb.
Davis and some others seated around him are associated with the New Hampshire-based anti-government movement. They're here to support a fellow member who's the defendant in a, quote, right to travel case that's in recess. These so-called sovereign citizens claim to be pushing back against what they consider overreach in the criminal justice system, and they're not afraid to get vocal about it.
I think you misunderstood. It's the judge's authority when he comes back. If at that point he says he's in contempt, then you have the authority.
Would not have been an issue had your choice is take the hat off. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I can't. You're making threats.
After more back and forth with Davis and relentless commentary from others in the gallery,
What's the matter with you guys, huh?
the bailiff is finally done discussing the matter.
Stand up, please. Sir, treat others as you would wish to. Please. I'm being nice. Well, I'm not going to assist in my own arrest. So I don't. You should take your hands off that man. Please stand up.
Oh, look at this child now.
Comes to help escort Davis out, but again he refuses to stand.
I'm not going to assist in my own arrest.
What a bloody toddler tactic, this guy. Ugh.
Instead of dragging Davis out of the courtroom, the bailiffs use a wheelchair.
How aggravating can one be?
As Davis is wheeled out, the group continues to insult the bailiffs.
Ever considered like a real job? One where you don't use violence against people?
Despite their protests, the court has authority to make rules about conduct in the courtroom. So a short time later, the judge returned to the courtroom and sentenced Bo Davis to 5 days in jail for contempt of court.
You know, you were going to take my picture. I had a
Hardcore.
haircut.
Good one. I'm glad you can make jokes.
Meet the man in the fur cap, 21-year-old Robert Peterson. He's the person filming this footage as he enters the Kootenai County Courthouse in Idaho.
That has to go through the...
Well, we've already covered this one, so we'll pay a visit to the tasing again, because that one never gets old, really, but we'll just skip beyond the interim.
Records show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using.
Step back.
After Peterson refuses to
replay.
step back, Chief Bailiff Pete Barnes fires his taser.
And you're using.
Pretty much, lady.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Hey, you know what? You guys are really overstepping your bounds right now.
Put the cuffs on him.
Put the cuffs on. What are you arresting me for?
The answer to that question? Peterson's charged with 3 counts of battery and 1 count of contempt of court. He would later enter an Alford plea, meaning he didn't admit to committing a crime, but acknowledged there was likely enough evidence to convict him. Jail time was waived as part of the plea deal, and he was ordered to pay a fine for his original charge of riding a bike at night without a light.
Keisha Johnson.
Now to Louisville, Kentucky, and the Jefferson...
What's happening else to that huge... was over someone driving or riding a motorbike, a bike at night without a light. Come on.
County District Court. An arraignment hearing is underway for 18-year-old Keisha Johnson, who's charged with possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and tampering
I
with
was
physical
part of
evidence.
a club
Come on
at
up
one
here, man.
point. They had a rule
When called
where
upon, Johnson
if
decides to
you
address the judge,
walked
Sean
inside the club
Delahanty,
room wearing a
from the
hat,
back of the court.
you had
No, stand at this
to
podium.
buy everyone inside the club room a beer.
What laws you guys operating under?
The laws of the state of Kentucky.
Oh, yes. As in like amateur law, common law, statutory?
Come up here and stand at this podium. I have to get you on the record so that we can see you with your argument.
Okay, well, for on the record, I reserve my right before crossing this bench.
Johnson's refusing to cooperate because she's part of a sovereign citizens movement, which rejects institutions and believe they aren't bound by the country's laws.
Well, Mr. Johnson.
And we guess,
really
Simon,
don't
that
want
went a lot better
to
for you
create
because
some
you
big
weren't
scene.
asked to the
Hang on a
police.
second. I do not want to lock you up, but I may very well have to. I need for you to come up here and stand at this podium. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You have to come up here and stand at this podium.
As the bizarre scene plays out, there's another disruption in the back of the courtroom. When a bailiff tells 36-year-old
What's the
Jenna
three-word
Vondran
thing?
to stop
Ask,
filming on her
tell,
cell
make?
phone.
Show me the law. Show me the law.
In Kentucky, judges are given broad discretion on allowing filming in their courtrooms.
This is my property. Show me the law.
All right.
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Go ahead and lock her up. Go ahead and take her into custody.
Watch as the judge looks down and presses his panic button to summon additional deputies to the courtroom.
What are you doing? There's no right. You have no right.
You sit over there. Nothing about
You have no right. No right for that.
Yeah, I'm not finished with her yet. All right.
Fair enough,
Quick
Simon.
reset. The original defendant, Keisha Johnson, finally comes forward to the podium.
You're charged with possession of marijuana, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I don't understand any of that.
All right. Well, you're charged with illegally possessing marijuana. You are.
While the judge's attention is back with Johnson, deputies in the hallway are still trying to get control of Vondran, the woman with the cell phone.
I don't understand any of those charges.
Well, there's not a whole lot more. There's not a whole lot more.
How much time do we have before Schrodinger goes live, guys?
Trying to play clueless doesn't work. Johnson goes back on the offensive.
Let's start here. Can you guys prove jurisdiction? Prove jurisdiction because I come in under common law. Prove your jurisdiction that you have jurisdiction over me. Prove jurisdiction. A court cannot proceed until you guys prove jurisdiction. Show me your jurisdiction. Show me your law.
All right. There are, all of our laws are codified in the Kentucky.
That's an easy way for him to prove jurisdiction.
Show me the law.
Hey, here you go.
A Okay, that doesn't prove that you have jurisdiction.
Okay, so what else? Now, there's a simple way for me to prove jurisdiction to you. I'm going to ask the deputy to go ahead and take you into custody.
Under what charges?
Boom.
Under what charges?
You are disrupting my court. All right, we're going to pass her case to tomorrow.
You guys have been mistreated and it's wrong. Under common law, under the United States Constitution. And if they keep doing this and let us...
Keisha Johnson's arrested and charged with contempt of court. Fast forward to the next day, and she's about to face a new judge.
Keisha Johnson, 56.
This time, Johnson's represented by an attorney.
I don't know how familiar you are with this, but this
I'm
case...
familiar. Podium flipper.
Okay.
I've heard a little bit about it from yesterday. All right, so this is Miss Johnson. We'll note that she's in custody today. She's brought over and present.
And she'd like to make a statement to the court.
I had time to think about it, and I believe and I've learned that I need to represent myself in a respectable manner while in front of the judge.
Okay, so obviously that
Really,
behavior
Bob?
will not
That's
be
weird.
tolerated. That's why you ended up where you are.
Keisha Johnson's found guilty of contempt of court and is released from jail after serving 1 day. On her original charges, 2 were dropped, but she's found guilty of possession of marijuana, fined $185. As for Jenna Vondran, who was arrested after filming in the
Me
courtroom,
too, lady.
All right. Go ahead and lock her up.
she's found guilty of disorderly conduct and serves 1 day in jail.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam.
1 day. Just a moment while I look how long this next thing is. Yeah, alright, we have enough time to watch this one before Schrödinger goes live, I think. Alright, so boom. Yeah, oops, no. We're not just starting. There we go. Okay, here we are. Some examples of fine driving in Australia. We're going to relax now. And this also serves as a double pleasure for some of you who wanted to see some Australian countryside. There we go. Oh no, look out for the dust!
Hey, have you liked and subscribed? Don't forget.
Yeah, by the way, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ugh, well done.
Shit.
Well done. You're blocking the road, mate. If you're already that far gone, you're either going to go back or just go straight through. I agree, Simon.
If there was a presence
I mean, it is relaxing.
Get them in his chair.
Oh dear.
Her presence, you know.
Someone discovered height limits. Oh, this is nice scenery. Oh dear, that wasn't so good.
Fucking asshole, motherfucker.
Oh.
That was somebody that used to listen to you back when you were there.
Oh my god, that guy just ran a red light.
Huh. Whoops.
What the fuck? Now there's a what the fuck just happened?
Whoa. That was too close. Wow, that little car got modded. Oh, we all know that's going to collapse. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's hanging on. Boom! Down it goes. A lot of these people are drongos, Simon, yes. Smart one, dumb one. Fucking bogan. No. We drive on the right side of the road.
Did that person run the red light? Yes. It's speeding. On radio, online, and on the ABC.
Uh-oh. Most of our roundabouts are simple. The hell? Oh, you fuckwit. It's easy. Oh yeah, they do all over the place. They just gotta find an excuse to call their country some branch off of America, and there you go.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck me.
Oops. Oh? Huh? What? Have a change, I guess. Crazy driver change.
There's that car again.
Really, lady? That's really interesting, actually. Oh, yeah, burn out. Well done. Yeah, I think you might have even seen that on my channel, Biggs. My first video on Frank Vasquez, I think. Nice one, Simon. Oops.
Hour, and have we come a long way so quickly? And I was reminiscing to my grandmother and
Look out, you frickin' cyclist.
Hey, sorry, man. I didn't see you there, bro. Sorry, bro. I didn't see you there.
Dark clothing at night.
Mate. Yeah, sorry, man.
Not to mention dark clothing at night. 110 is our fastest speed.
Wow!
Or 70 miles, if you want to call it. Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Ooh. Uh-oh. This will be good.
Slow the fuck down.
Good road rage. Oh, she almost took her own car out there. Come to Australia.
Street northbound before Bridge Road. There's a lane closed with emergency crews directing traffic. Given recent use Punt Road or Burnley Street. Elsewhere, a praying at Thomastown, Edgars Road southbound.
Yeah, I hate driving in cities like that, where they let you park on the side of the road like, in tight 2-lane traffic. Stupid. I would never park on those roads either, for that reason.
You fucking idiot!
What that man said.
That's fucked.
Smart one, dumb one. Oh dear.
What the fuck?
I'm seeing a lot of them dead on the side of the road, Poster 7. Especially recently. Whoa! Here we go, roundabout. Ambulance trying to get his way through.
What timing?
Oh no.
Wow.
Ducks don't give a fuck.
Manual recording on.
Jesus Christ.
No, Biggs. I'm not in lockdown. We're basically on the lowest restrictions we can have. It's almost life as normal, except they're insisting we wear masks whenever we go indoors in shared public spaces.
Well saved.
But otherwise, we can go to pubs, cafes, whatever. And yeah, have a good time, basically. As someone who's eaten kangaroo meat on a couple of occasions, don't get too excited about it. It's a very, very lean meat, probably only really good in a stew that's been, where the meat's been stewing for hours on end. It's terribly, if you just do it pan fried, it's terribly easy to overcook it so it becomes chewing rubber, basically. Alright, I do believe our good friend Schrodinger will be going live shortly, so we'll end it here, and we'll all pile into Schrodinger Cat's broadcast, I hope, and tell him the Balimaar the Bass Fish sent you. Alright, everyone. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look after each other, and as far as humanly possible, keep smiling. Oh, and tell me what you thought of the stream down in the comments below. Until next time, fellas, thanks for coming, and thank you guys for coming in today. Alright, let's go pay a visit to Schrodinger and tell him I sent you. Keep smiling.